Welcome everyone! In this video, I'm sharing with you some new stencils that I've designed for StencilGirl products. I'm using my Folksy set of stencils and various media to create some mailing pouches out of file folders, some tissue papers, and some postcards. This stencil set includes a 9x12, which is called Folksy Rounds, a 7x7, which is Folksy Flower, and a 4x4 that's called Folksy Rays. First of all, I'm creating some layered tissue papers that can be used to wrap the contents that go into the mailers or to be used as collage material. To put down a vibrant layer of color, I'm using some Dylusions ink sprays, one in vibrant turquoise, another in bubblegum pink, and the last one here is lemon zest. Since this is just the first layer, I can be messy and free with it. I can even turn the stencils over and clean some of that ink off right onto some other areas of the blank tissue paper. For the next layer, I'm using all the different stencils in a pattern, kind of repeating over the top of all of that vibrant ink. I'm using a neutral color called Celadon, which is kind of a gray-green, and it's fairly light, so it neutralizes everything and brings it all together in a unified and cohesive whole. My final layer for each of the 3 tissue papers that I've been working on is to use some gold acrylic through this Folksy Rays stencil in a repeating pattern over the top. This gives the tissue papers a little shimmer and is the perfect finishing touch. And here's a look at the finished tissue papers. I really love how all of those layers are playing so nicely together. I'm going to create my mailers out of some basic manila file folders. I've got 3 folders here, so I'm going to repeat this process 3 different ways. The 9x12 Folksy Round stencil is perfect for the size of this folder, so I'm just going to go to town with some gesso here. So the first layer, you can tell, is a layer of stenciling with gesso. This gesso layer of pattern is going to show up a little bit later on through the different media that get added on in subsequent layers. And I'm going to basically just cover the whole outside of each of these folders with this pattern of folksy rounds and flowers and rays. I'm also adding a little bit of a sponging of this gesso between the designs of the stencil pattern. The gesso is going to accept the next layer of media a little bit better than just the surface of the file folder. Here I have my Folksy Flower stencil, and you can see that there's a little bit of the Dylusions ink spray still left on it. So the gesso is going to pick that up and it will end up on the file folder, but I'm totally okay with that. Here's something I wanted to point out about the Folksy Round stencil. It has a smaller version of Folksy Rays in there, but it's partial. And if I want a whole one, I'm showing you what I can do with this stencil to create that. Now, it's not super precise, but this is a layering process, so it's not that crucial. I just flipped the stencil over and centered it, so now I have a whole Folksy Rays that's a little bit smaller than the 4x4 Folksy Rays stencil, and it fits perfectly right there. With my gesso patterns complete and dry, I'm ready for the next layer, which is water-soluble media. I've got a Lyra graphite stick and 2 Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2 water-soluble crayons, one in English red and the other is malachite green, and I'm just scribbling across the entire mailer with some random messy marks. Now I'm adding the sprays again, and I'm kind of using them in the same way that I did with the tissue paper. I'm doing it kind of randomly, and I'm not expecting any clean imagery here. I just want some color and a little bit of pattern. It may seem odd that I'm only applying the spray kind of sparingly and somewhat far apart on the file folder, but I am going to be spraying it all with water, and things will flow and spread and blend a little bit. And then the magic is that when it dries, the gesso pattern from beneath all of this water-soluble media is going to show through. So I'm going to have some really nice pattern, even though I'm not applying that pattern with these sprays. And even though this is kind of messy and haphazard, it'll all come together in the end. Now the last ingredient, the secret sauce is water. I'm just spraying it on here profusely, getting all of those crayon marks to activate, the Lyra graphite stick to flow, and the inks to spread out and colorize the folder. And now that the file folder is dry, you can see how that gesso pattern underneath is shining through. For the final layer on these file folders, I'm going to do some stenciling with acrylics. I'm going to choose a color for each of the folders, and I'm going to use this Folksy raised stencil. And I'm not going to add too many of these. I'm going to place them kind of wide apart on the folder so that they don't compete with all that gorgeousness underneath. Here's another one of my file folders with a different color combination, and I'm using some quinacridone nickel azo gold, a little Hansa yellow, so I kind of have a warm, kind of orangey gold pattern of Folksy rays happening for this file folder. To create my mailers, I cut each of the file folders in half, and then I added some labels, a to and from label on each of them, and then I sewed them up on the sides and folded over the flap. And I can close them up using a two-sided tape or just gluing it down once I've got all of the contents inside. Last but definitely not least is the postcards. I sprayed 3 different sheets of 300-pound mixed media paper with the Dylusions ink sprays. So I have a yellow, I have a blue, and I have a pink. And I'm using my gesso again here to create a pattern that's like the base pattern on each of these. Because those Dylusion sprays are water soluble, they will seep through the gesso just a little bit and tint it slightly. My gesso pattern is dry for this yellow sheet, and I have a really dirty stencil now because I just used it for those sprays. So I thought I'd clean it off and see if I can get some of that color to seep through the openings in the stencil and give me a little bit of a pattern. At the very least, it'll be a little grunge effect, right? And I won't let all that ink go to waste. To make my postcards interesting and not quite as messy as the mailer and the tissue paper, maybe more designed, I guess, I'm going to stencil more intentionally. I'm going to use this Folksy flower stencil, and I'm using several different pinks, kind of staying on the warm side of the color wheel to avoid making mud, while at the same time getting a variety of colors in one stenciled image. Here I'm working on the pink sheet, and because I already have pink, I'm going to go into my yellows and golds and a little bit of white here to create this layer of stenciling. And then, although I don't show it on film, the next layer for each of these sheets is some stenciling using that Celadon, or that neutral kind of gray-green that I used on the tissue paper. For that layer of Celadon stenciling, I used the Folksy round stencil, the 9x12, and just put kind of a pattern down over all of this bright color. And as I'm starting here on my third layer of stenciling for these postcards, you can see that Celadon stenciling underneath the stencil here. As I move it away, you kind of get an idea of how that Celadon went down and how it adds a subtle effect. It kind of adds a neutralizing effect that pushes back some of the color so that color added afterwards, like I'm doing now, shows up a little bit better. And it's not quite as busy. I feel like it's a little bit more harmonious. So I'm kind of using that quinacridone Nicolazo gold and a little bit of the Hansa yellow, and I'm going in and doing a repeated pattern of this smaller kind of floral within that Folksy round stencil. A little metallic sheen is always a good way to finish off. So just like the tissue paper, I'm going to be adding the final layer of stenciling to my postcards using this metallic gold paint and my Folksy Raised stencil. I added the gold stenciling to the yellow sheet and the pink sheet, and then I cut all 3 sheets into 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch postcards. I added a postcard back to each of the cards, and then I rounded the corners with a corner punch. I love the colors and how the designs of the stencils shine through. They look like Happy Mail to me. Here's my vision. I wrap a postcard in some of this beautiful tissue paper, like so, and the recipient receives my art as well as some art they can use in their art, because that tissue paper is going to make for some beautiful collage material. Then everything gets put into the mailer. All I have to do is address it, seal it, and take it to the post office to get the right postage.